Galacticos! Hi Galacticos! 3-3 was the score in Warsaw against Legia. In a game that I don't really know what to think. I think the game for me had two moments. A moment that lasted 1 minute. The first minute of the game where we came out, Bale scored that beautiful goal, and I thought, okay, Real Madrid are going to do their job. They're going to take this game seriously. We're going to play as we have to play, and we're going to, get this game done, get it over with as quick as possible. But no. And the second part of the game, that was 89 minutes, where Real Madrid started slowly vanishing out of the game. Maybe due to lack of focus. I'm not going to sell the whole idea of lack of intensity, but definitely lack of concentration. A very, very poor Cristiano Ronaldo, a poor Benzema, a poor Bale, a Bale that was active as we're kind of getting used to see Gareth Bale. But then again, all this Bale and all this movement just to throw crosses into the box without a real destination. Very poor Carvajal. We saw a cross that started well, but then it was just pretty obvious that Kroos is very tired. He can't just accumulate 90 minutes after 90 minutes every 3 days. And then we just saw the last 20 minutes of Kroos were also poor. Maybe the best in the midfield was Kovacic. It ended up with that goal when, miraculously, we were winning 2-0 and then we let them turn it around. This is what I was not really happy about. The fact that, okay, it was going to be a weird game behind closed doors. The environment was lacking. There wasn't, and maybe we were thinking the players, maybe they're not feeling that intensity because the absence of people. But this is a game we should have played seriously from the beginning with people or with no people in the stands. That's a different thing. But anyway, I think it was a very, very poor performance by Real Madrid. I think Zidane maybe showed today that in the end he is kind of afraid or fearful to bench some of the BBC players. So he wanted to bring in Morata. So instead of changing one of the BBC and benching maybe Benzema, that would have been a good idea tonight. No, he said, I'm going to play Morata, but I have to play the BBC. So the three of them on top, in the top, and then Kroos and Kovacic in what was supposed to be a comfortable game it was supposed to be enough with the two players to move around, to create those spaces in the midfield, to recover the ball quickly. But then, of course, it didn't work. I think today, Zidane showed that he wanted to experiment a little, and it kind of backfired in his face. I'm not really happy. Again, we were thinking with a friend, this is one of the games that we're not going to remember in 2 weeks. But the truth is, Real Madrid had to take this game seriously, had a job to do, and we didn't do it. We just fell asleep on the pitch. It was kind of good to see to talk about some good things. See Coentrao back into action, but Coentrao didn't look match fit at all. Maybe the first 20 minutes, but after that he was, he looked exhausted. He ended not very well. Varane had good moments. I think Nacho was the most solid performance of the game. Keylor Navas again, it looked like he was going to do a good job on their second goal. He did something weird with the hands. It could have been maybe a bit of a mistake. But again, I was really shocked to see Real Madrid let that lead go away. 2-0 in a very comfortable game. We could have scored a lot more goals when we were playing well, when it seemed like we were going to dominate this game and it was going to be no mystery. But yeah, of course, we didn't. And, the Legia players, this is something I kind of liked from a football point of view, not from a Real Madrid point of view, but from a football point of view. They started believing, they saw when they scored the 2-1, they started thinking, and you could see that on the pitch, maybe, we can harm these guys. And definitely, we said it in the preview, Real Madrid is a vulnerable team. We have moments when we dominate, when we look like a very strong team, but when we don't, and when we go out of concentration and focus, we are a very vulnerable team, and we were tonight. And, it was I could say it was a miracle we didn't win, but it was a miracle we didn't lose, too. So, again, this kind of complicates us, because these 2 points are going to make us definitely have to win in Portugal, which is going to be a tough game. And then, if we win, we're going to have to, if we want to be first in the group. And then again, we were maybe, thinking, okay, maybe it's better for us not to be first of the group. So maybe we can face, let's say, weaker teams if the Spanish teams come out first in their groups, because we can't play the Spanish teams in the 8 finals. But I don't know. Real Madrid had to win today. It was supposed to be a pleasant match. I think Zidane felt like he had the space to experiment a little and it was going to work anyway. It didn't. And this is what we have, 3-3. If I told you before the game, you probably wouldn't believe it. We were winning 2-0. We went down 3-2. And then after they scored the third goal, it looked like Real Madrid wanted to win again. It's like, all right, now we have to play because we're losing. And in 2 minutes, we scored a goal. So a lot of things I didn't like. I'm not very happy. Still, it's not such a bad thing. This doesn't complicate our season. But it could be, I don't know, it's a nice, not a nice, the opposite of nice, tumble on our way to a duodecima. So Galacticos, this is what I thought of the game. As you can see, I'm not really happy. I'm not really convinced with what I saw on the pitch. With probably the individual performances made me the angriest. Cristiano scored 3 goals against Alaves on the weekend. A lot of people were already saying, okay, Cristiano is kind of getting back in shape. But after that, you think that Cristiano is getting back in shape. And then you see tonight's Cristiano. And frankly, I don't know what to think. That's where I stand on Cristiano Ronaldo right now. So I don't know what to think. Is he coming back? Is he not? Is this the Cristiano we're going to see? Is 3 days ago Cristiano the Cristiano we're going to see? I don't know. I want to see, Galacticos, what you thought of the game. What do you think of my appreciations? Of course, we have Mateo in the social corner. I have no idea where Mateo is. He hasn't shown me, but he's somewhere. So Mateo's going to read some comments, and hopefully we can talk a little bit about this weird game that we just witnessed in the Champions League.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here at the Polish Army Stadium. Just joking, again, in front of a green screen. So let's take a look at what some of you guys are saying. First of all, big shout-outs to Tyler Simon, Ronaldo's Alliance, Fritz Magnus, Brian Aguilera, Pedro Escobar. Kind of close. So anyway, Stefan Schwarzmeyer says, I am so mad. Juan Churro says, Bale, man of the match. Of course, we have the typical guy say, please speak Spanish. A lot of you guys are also talking about how the approach to this match was the biggest issue. Playing a 4-2-4 was actually what basically created this issue for us, or this tie. So, Vitaly, what do you think? Do you think that it was an issue of intensity? Do you think it was the players' attitude? Or do you think it was Zidane's approach to the match that ended up, losing us 2 points?
Well, Galacticos, thank you for being there. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Stefan Schwarzmeyer, Tyler Simon, Juan Churro, the usual suspects. So I think, to be honest with you, I understand the point of view that, okay, Zidane's planning of the game and just putting 2 midfielders could have complicated, possession and a generation of plays. But the truth for me, what I felt is, okay, we're having Bale, Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Morata. And in many plays, I saw the 4 of them just coming into the attack. It was a 4-on-4. And I was thinking, are these the best strikers in the world? Like, we have, in the minute 20 of first half, they're not tired, they're fresh, they're ready. Have Benzema, Bale, Cristiano, and Morata going forward with the ball. And then just, to end up throwing it to one of the sides for Carvajal to cross it with no real purpose. And I was thinking, okay, maybe the Zidane's game plan was not the most effective, or the experimentation kind of was too big for us. But also the fact that with those 4 guys pressuring and generating danger as they can, the fact that they did what they did tonight, it's kind of worrying. And I think that goes a little bit beyond Zidane. If Bale, Benzema, Cristiano, and Morata can't score a goal against Legia, I don't know what to think. Of course, there's a little bit of responsibility on Zidane's side, on, maybe not planning the game to give our players some support in defensive aspects. But if we can't score a goal against these guys with our 4 main strikers, it's Morata against Benzema. No, Morata and Benzema. But with Morata and Benzema and Cristiano and Bale not being able to score, Juan Churro says Bale, man of the match. I want to disagree with that. I saw a very active Bale, a very enthusiastic Bale. But, at this point in Bale's career in Real Madrid, being enthusiastic and moving around a lot is not enough. This is not the Bale we want to see. This is not the Bale we were expecting at the beginning of the season. This is not the Bale we were expecting when we bought Gareth Bale. I don't think this is the Bale we were never expecting. And yeah, very active, moving around, asking for the ball a lot, coming down to pick it up and try to generate that play. But 99% of his, let's say, interventions were just crosses to the box without a real destination. It's just like, let's throw it in the box and see if somebody wins it. So yeah, I think it was a little bit of Zidane, a little bit worrying, the poor performance by Benzema, Bale, and Cristiano, also Morata. So a little bit of everything. That's what I think. Galacticos.
There's a lot of comments here. Some people are saying Zidane out. I think this is pretty crazy. And then other people are reacting to it like, what? Are you Zidane out just for one match? Alex Ganikov, he keeps asking, are you satisfied with the performance? Also, here we have Behanort. He's asking about you to talk to us a little bit about some of the Legia players who you liked. There's a lot of people actually talking about the Zidane out thing, and they keep saying if we changing the manager, the squad will never adjust. I totally agree. I don't think it's time for Zidane out at all. Vitaly, what do you think about some of the Legia players, and what do you think about this Zidane out thing?
Okay, so three things. Number one, Zidane out. I think that's a bit too. It's rushing it a little bit too much. I don't think this is the kind of game to put Zidane, on the bench or on trial. I think Zidane made a poor game plan tonight, but with that game plan, if the players had given 100% during the 90 minutes, this wouldn't have happened. I don't think it was Zidane's fault. Maybe when we were winning 2-0, it would have been maybe a bit early to change the game plan and make it a little bit more defensive, because it felt like we could score more. And if we had been 3 or 4 up, then things would have changed. But even being 2 goals up against Legia, the fact that you allow them to turn it around, I don't think that's Zidane's fault. I think that was really, tonight, it was lack of concentration, lack of focus, and for some reason, and I hate saying this, but I think the players didn't take the game seriously. We saw them walking a lot. I understand Kroos walking because of exhaustion, but Ronaldo walking a lot, complaining a lot, Benzema, Bale not really knowing where to be. Second thing, was I satisfied with the performance? Definitely not. Conceding 3 goals against a team like this is worrying. That's number one. Letting go a 2-goal advantage against a team like this, it's also worrying. So I'm not happy with the performance. And then the last one was about... What was the last one about, Mateo?
About the Legia players.
Oh, the Legia players. Again, I like Guilherme today. Number 6 is very active, a very good dribbler, good ball handler. And I think he generates a lot of the spaces when Legia has the ball. And I liked him. I thought he was the best player in the 5-1 when they came here. And I also like Radovic, the striker, who, funnily enough, he doesn't really look like a football player, but he's very good, he's very active, he's a fighter, and he scored the goal. Well, it was a penalty, but he scored here, and he scored back there. And number 8, I can't really remember his name right now, but the goal they scored, the first goal, the goal that kind of put them back in the game, was a great goal, probably the best goal in his life. I think those 3 players did a very good job, and we didn't.
All right, guys, so we're going to start wrapping it up here. Let's send some shout-outs to Jackie Batesh, Tyler Simon, Artur Racco, long time no see, my friend, Aidul Manaf, Manuel Jimenez, Ali Tommy. A lot of people are complaining about Cristiano Ronaldo tonight. A lot of people are also complaining about Casemiro. Aidul is saying wrong formation. Big shout out to Alex the Gamer,
Miguel Ángel Acuña, Manuel Jimenez, Beja Nort, Jackie Bitesh, William Tube, a lot of people tonight. Guys, even though we didn't win, it's always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for connecting and talking to Real Madrid with us. Hopefully things will look a little bit brighter in the next game against Leganés on Sunday. So, that's it from us. You can see we're not very happy. But yeah, we're happy to be talking to you guys.
You win and lose. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and again, we'll see you tomorrow for previews and for more content.